Hello kids, welcome to another episode of Scratch. My name is Ijoma. I'm still your Scratch tutor. So today we'll be looking at mastering broadcast block. Okay, let's begin. So this is what we'll be learning today. By the end of today, you'll be able to use broadcast and when I receive blocks to create a story. So you can find your broadcast block and when I receive block in your event block palette. That's where it's located. So these two blocks have its own function, and that's what we'll be looking at today in today's class. Okay, so pay attention. Secondly, you'll be learning how to coordinate multiple sprites using messages. And thirdly, you'll learn how to create a fun animated story with scenes and talking characters. That's our sprites. So what do broadcast blocks do? Think of broadcast block as a way to send a secret signal to other sprites, telling them when to start doing something. How do they work? The broadcast message block, as you can see the image on the screen, sends a signal to other sprites. And then when I receive message block, wait for the signal and then starts an action. Okay, the other block, broadcast block, will pass a message. Like when I'm done talking, I'll say something and then I'll pass a message to the other block, but it's a secret message. It's not going to be visible. Okay, so when you're playing your project, you will not see the broadcast block written anywhere. So it will just receive it secretly and then it will start acting its own script, or so start talking. So we're going to create a project. Okay, the name of our project will be the missing cake. And for this project, here's the characters we'll be using. That's our sprite. We'll be using the cat, our default cat, then the penguin, we'll be using dog, and then elephant, and also a cake. Okay, and then we'll be using, let's look at the story narration. Okay, this is the story concept. Detective Cat is on a mission. His birthday cake has disappeared. So it's the cat's birthday and then his cake suddenly disappeared into thin air and he doesn't know who tampered with it. So he's going to try and find out by asking other animals, that's his friends, being the elephant, dog, and the penguin. He'll ask all of them one after another who have tampered with his birthday cake or who is responsible for the missing cake. He's going to try and find out. Okay, so that's the concept of the story. Then you choose your characters. So let's just go to Scratch and begin the project immediately. Okay, because all the steps on this slide are the steps we're still going to take in Scratch. So let's begin. So we'll start by selecting the characters we'll be needing. Our cat is already here on the stage, so we don't need to select the cat again. So we'll just leave the cat and then click on your sprite icon to open up the sprite library. Then you click on animal. Okay, so the first sprite we'll be choosing is our penguin. Let's look for the penguin. Here's the penguin. Right past it. Oh, the penguin is right here. Okay, here is the penguin. Then the second sprite we'll be using is the elephant. So click on animals and you select elephant. Okay, elephant is here. Then the next sprite to be using is the duck. All right, here is a duck. Okay, let's keep it here. Now let's go and choose the backdrop. We'll be using about 3 to 4 backdrops for this project. So click on your backdrop icon, and then the first backdrop we'll be using is a room, but the room will be like a living room. Okay, all right, here's the room that will look like a living room kind of. So let's select it. Okay, so we'll go and choose another. The next backdrop we'll be using is a room. That'll be the cat's room. All right, then the next room we'll be using, or the next backdrop we'll be using, will be the fridge, the refrigerator. Let's look for the refrigerator. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, and then the next backdrop we'll be using is, we're going to make a paint. We'll draw. So let's draw. I want to draw a backdrop that will be the ending part of our story. Okay, so click on your rectangle and draw. So I want to change the look of this rectangle, the color. I don't want it to have one shade of color. I want it to have double shade of color, different color in the middle, and then a different color around. So I'll go to my fill. You see this 4 box here. I want to use the last one, so I'm going to click on the last one, and there you go. But I don't like this light blue. I want the light blue to be in the middle, right here. So I will click on this, on the purple, and I will change it to the lighter blue, and I will click on this and I will change it to purple, and there you go. That's what I want. You can choose to use a different color for your project. Okay, all right, and I'm going to type the end. This will be the final backdrop. When the story ends, it's going to pop up when we are done coding. Okay, so let's text. Which color am I going to use? I want to use a white color. I'll click right here, and I'm going to type in capital letters the end. Then I'll click on my select icon too, and I'll expand this. Let's make our text bigger. The end, let's make it bigger. Right, then okay, go back to code. Is remaining one sprite. We're meant to select extra sprite, which is the cake. So let's go back and select cake. Is it? You can find cake when you click on food. You see cake right there. Where is our cake? Okay, the cake is here. Now we need to arrange the animals and then flip the ones we have to flip, change the costume of the one we have to change their costumes, and then we'll start coding. Okay, so the cat is going to be right here. Okay, then the elephant is too big. We're going to reduce the size of the elephant, so click on elephant and click right here in size. Reduce the size of the elephant to let's say 17, and see. All right, it's looking smaller now. That's better. Now we're going to flip all the animal. Okay, so you click here and you flip. You see, just flip the penguin. Click on elephant and flip. Alright, click on duck and flip. Done. You just flip them all and you see. So I want to change the costume of okay, let's just leave it. Then the cake should just be here. I just want the cake to hide, so let me code for the cake to hide. All the sprites I want them to hide when the green flag is clicked. Okay, I just want the cat to be on this stage when the green flag clicks, then other actions will follow. So click on penguin, go to events, drag your green, when green flag is clicked, drop it here, and then go to your looks and get the hide block, place it here. So when green flag is clicked, hide. I'll click on the green flag, so it's going to hide. You just hid. It's still here, but you can't see it. You see it's still there, but you can't see it. It's hidden. So click on elephant and do the same thing. Go to events, then go to your looks and get the hide block. Okay, then click on the green flag. Elephant is hidden. Then click on dog, do the same thing. When green flag is clicked, hide. And I'll click on the green flag. It's hidden. Now it's remaining the cake. Okay, so click on the cake, go to your events. When green flag is clicked, looks, hide, click on it, click on the green flag, and then it's gone. All our characters are hidden, but they are still there. Then you can't see them, they are invisible for now. So it's remaining the cat. Remember, it's the cat's birthday, so we're going to make him look like the birthday boy. Okay, so we're going to add a costume that will make him look like the birthday boy. So click on costumes. Cat is right here. So we're going to make a birthday cap for him. You know your normal birthday cap that you wear, right? So I'm going to make a birthday cap for him. Click on your rectangle and draw a oh, this is white. Let's change the color. Let's change the color to pink, also red. Is red okay? I don't know which color is going to be perfect for. Let's make it something shouty. Purple is not bad. Okay, so now we are going to divide this to form a mini triangle. Okay, so to do that, go to your select. Okay, click on this, drag this part down, Okay, we just found. Ooh, what's that? Control Z. Control Z is not working, so we'll do it again. What? Our cards have disappeared. Let's select the card again. Okay, it's here. This is the second costume of the card, so we have to select the cards again. Go to your sprite library and select the cards again, in case you made the same mistake I did. So I'll select the cards again. The card is right here, so it should be on the stage. Cat. The cat is here again. So you... Alright, let's go and draw and create a costume, a cap costume for him. Okay, so you select your rectangle, draw a rectangle. I want the cap to be pink color. Okay, then you click on this, on your reshape. Let's reshape it to make it a rectangle. Then click on select. Then we're going to minimize this, and I'll flip. Okay, I think this is okay. Let's make the cat smaller a bit. Let's see if it's going to fit. Alright, it did. Okay, so now we're going to add some dot colored white colored dots on it. Okay, so go to your brush. I think the size 10 is okay. Let's change the color to white. Okay, the color. Alright, dot it, dot it, dot it, dot, dot, dot. You can choose to use different colors for your dots, okay, to make your project colorful, to make the cap more colorful. Okay, so for me, I'm using this white color. Okay, that's it for the costume. So let's go back to our project, click on code, and then we'll start. So the cats will be here. So when green flag is clicked, we want the cats to walk from here to here and say something. Okay, so you searched around the house. He searched where he kept his cake and he can't find it, so he came out to the living room, and then he's going to say something. But before he say anything, he will glide, right? Let's make him glide from here to here. So move the cat from here to this place, and then you get your glide 1 seconds block and drop it right here. Okay. You didn't glide. Listen. Take it back. When green flag is clicked, go to. So even if it's here, when I click on green flag, it's going to go to that position. Then take back this glide. Then glide from here to there. Listen. See that? Just perform the action. When green flag is clicked, glide from here to here and say something. Go to your looks and get C block and say, we're using speech bubbles, okay? Say, where is everyone? Where is everyone? Where is everyone? This is a question. Like he screamed it, where is everyone? Let's use an exclamation mark. Where is everyone? Then we want the penguin, the elephant, and the dog to appear. Okay? So we'll make the cat pass a signal, which is the main thing we are treating today. Remember, we are using broadcast block for all our projects today. So it's going to broadcast. Go to your events and get the broadcast block. Here is the broadcast block. Broadcast. You click on this drop down and you create a new message. Broadcast everyone. Type in everyone here. Broadcast everyone. Click on OK. So you click on the penguin. When I receive everyone, everyone is already selected. When I receive everyone, show. Okay, so it will not be hidden again, to become visible once you receive this message. You do the same thing to the elephant. When I receive everyone, go to your events. When I receive everyone, then go to your looks. Show. You do the same thing to the dog. When I receive everyone, show. So when I click on the green flag, they will show. Where is everyone? And all of them appeared. But there is a problem, right? Our cat is still here, so we don't want the cat to be here when all of them appear. We want the cat to be somewhere here. Okay, so then you click on your cat and then you use that same message. Okay, when I receive everyone, place it here. Take this cat back to this position. It's going to go to that position. Go to your motions and drag the go to XY block. Drop it here. Click on the green flag. Where is everyone? And everyone appeared, and then the cat went to that position. Can you see? Then the cat will now say something. Since okay, the one of them will say we are right here. Let's make the dog say we are right here. Click on doc, show and say. We are right here. We are right here. Click on the green flag. Where is everyone? We are right here. You see that? So the cat will now say something. Where is everyone? So we're going to make the dog pass a message before the cat will say something. Missing cake. We are going to create a message and name it missing. So click on your events and get broadcast missing. So we create a new message and name it missing. Missing. Okay, so the cat, when I receive missing, say type in, today is my birthday, as you all know, as you all know. Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. As you all know. Let me reduce this, minimize it. So we're going to get this block again. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I can't find my cake. Okay, today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. Where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. So we are going to add another thing, right? The cat will say, I'll be calling everyone to my room. I'll call everyone to my room for interrogation. Okay, so get this and drop it here. Or let's say I'll call you one by one to my room for interrogation. I will call you one by one for interrogation. Interrogation. Okay, I will call you one by one for interrogation. Then let's play and see. Where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my key. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. So we're going to make it safe for 3 minutes because it's a little bit longer, so the reader can read it up before the next text comes up. So it's going to broadcast a message after saying these 3 things. Okay, so we're going to create a message. So get our broadcast block and we'll create a new message. create a new message and name it room. Okay, so and broadcast room. So we'll go to our backdrop. We want it to switch, right? So click on the backdrop and get, when green flag is clicked, switch backdrop to this particular one. What's the name of that backdrop? Let's check on our backdrop area. Room 2. Switch backdrop to room 2. Then when I receive room, what's your looks again? Switch backdrop to what's the name of the second room? Let's see, room 1. Switch backdrop to room 1. So change it to room 1. You see? So let's see what will happen. No, when I receive room. Alright, let's play. Glide from here to here. Where is everyone? We are right here. My cake is, today is my birthday, but I can't even find my cake. I'll call you one by one to my room for interrogation. And then the backdrop switched when you received the message. You see that? So now we are going to make all the characters hide, okay? And then we'll make them appear one by one for interrogation. All right. So when I receive room, click on penguin and select when I receive room, hide. Or we're not going to make penguin hide. Penguin should be the first animal the cat will call. Okay, so let's do for elephant and dog. Okay, so when I receive room, hide. Click on the dock and do the same. Events, when I receive room, hide. Where's room? Where's everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. Now, all of them are hidden. You can't see them. They're not invisible, except for the penguin. Okay, so let's make it. Let's make the penguin glide. Okay. So let's see if it's going to work out. If it doesn't, to remove it. So click on the penguin and then it's right here already. When I receive room, let's place it here first. When I receive room, let's go to our motions. glide from here to here. Where's everyone? We are right here. So this is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. The penguin didn't glide, did it? It didn't. When I received them, then let's remove it. It didn't glide. Oh, we didn't use the go to. When I receive room, go to this position and glide from there to here. So click on your green flag. We did, right? Where's everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. You see? And then penguin walked from here to here. So now we're going to do another thing. When the penguin is done gliding, it's going to pass a signal. So go to events and select broadcast a message, broadcast penguin. So the cat will now say something. When I receive penguin, say penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Do you know anything about the missing cake? Question mark. Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Then we're going to pass a message. Broadcast penguin answer. Penguin answer. Broadcast penguin answer. Then you click on the penguin. When I receive penguin answer, say sorry cat, I know nothing about your missing cake. I know nothing about your missing cake. Sorry cat, I know nothing about your missing cake. We're going to change the timing to 3 because our text is long. Sorry cat, I know nothing about your missing cake. Okay, then it's going to hide. It will hide and it will broadcast a message so another sprite can appear. Okay, hide and broadcast a message. Broadcast elephants. Type in elephants here. Elephants. And broadcast elephants. Listen. Sorry, cat, I know nothing about your missing cake. It disappeared. So, elephants. When I receive elephant, show stay at this position, that is appear at this position. You use this block to make it appear there, and then glide from here to here, exactly what we did for the penguin. Then glide, but before we do that, we are going to make it glide actually before adding the block. Glide from there to there. Click on the green flag or click on this block to see. You see, it's going to glide from there to there, and then it will broadcast ask elephant. New message. Ask elephant. So the cat. When I receive ask elephant, get your C block and type in something. Say elephant. Do you know anything? Do you know anything about the missing cake? About my missing cake? Elephant, do you know anything about my missing cake? It's a question, right? Then to broadcast the message so the elephant can answer. Broadcast, you create a new message. Elephant answer. Elephant answer. You see, broadcast elephant answer. So click on the elephant. When I receive elephant answer, say sorry cat, I was playing outside. Sorry cat, I was playing outside. playing outside, so I know nothing about the cake. So I know nothing about the cake. Sorry, cat, I was playing outside. So I know nothing about the cake. We're going to make it talk for 3 seconds. Because it's going to talk long, right? Sorry, cat, I know nothing about. You see? Then it's going to broadcast a message. But before then, it's going to hide and then to broadcast a message, right? Hide and broadcast the message. It's going to broadcast doc. So create a message. Name it doc. Let's see. And then it disappeared. Then click on doc. When I receive doc, change the message to doc. When I receive doc, show. You just did show, and it's going to show here. So click on motions, go to show at this position, which is here, and we are going to make it glide, then glide from here to here. Let's see, click on it. Okay, then it's going to pass a message, broadcast ask doc. Broadcast ask doc, then you click on the cat. When I receive ask doc, say doc, do you know anything about my missing cake? Do you know anything about my missing cake? And broadcast a message. Name this message doc answer. Broadcast doc answer, and then you click on doc. When I receive doc answer, say it's a prank. It's a prank. I hid it in the refrigerator. I hid it in the refrigerator. It's a prank. I hid it in the refrigerator. Like you put an exclamation mark here. Okay. So when he says it's a prank, I hid it in the refrigerator, we're going to make the dog hide. And broadcast the message. Create a new message and name it found. So when the dog broadcasts cake, we're going to switch the backdrop and make the cake appear. Okay, so click on the backdrop. When I receive cake, where's the cake? Switch backdrop. Refrigerator. See, when I receive cake, switch backdrop to refrigerator. Then you click on the cake. When I receive cake, go to your looks, switch backdrop to, no, not switch backdrop. When I receive cake, show. Remember, it's hidden. It has been hiding since we clicked on the green flag, right? So it's going to appear now. Show. Then go to the cart. When I receive cake, hide. So it's going to be the cake and the refrigerator that will be seen on our stage. Okay. So click on the green flag. Let's see what we have done so far. Where is everyone? Oh, they are all jam-packed. Something happened. So we're going to split them again. The elephants should go to the back. So when green flag is clicked, we need to rearrange them, right? So click on duck. When green flag is clicked, it's going to be here. When green flag is clicked, you see when green flag is okay. When it's showing, go to this position and show. Do the same to elephant. When I receive everyone, go to this position and show. Click on the dog and do the same thing. When alright, click on the green flag. Where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Sorry, Kat, I know nothing about your missing cake. You're not supposed to disappear. Something is wrong. Listen. When I receive, okay, for the cat, when I receive cake that is supposed to hide. When I receive cake outside the phone. Listen. When green flag is clicked, you have to place shoe here. When green flag is clicked, shoe. It's going to hide only when we hide it. Alright, so when green flag is clicked, where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. Call you one by one for interrogation. Okay, Penguin didn't know anything about my cake. Penguin said no, and Penguin disappeared. Elephant is supposed to appear. Let's see. When I receive elephant. Okay, when I receive elephant, we didn't add the show block. We are supposed to add the show block, show, because it was hidden. And we do the same with the dog. We didn't have the show block. That's why they are not showing. Let's play and see again. Where's everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, but I can't find my cake. I'll play one by one for interrogation. Then the penguin's done. Penguin said he doesn't know. Then it's the elephant's turn. The elephant said he was playing outside. Then it's the dog's turn. And the dog was actually the one behind the missing cake. He hid the cake in the refrigerator. He wants to prank his friend the cat. Okay, so we want this cake to appear here. This is the refrigerator, right? So we want it to appear here. So when I receive cake, show, go to your motions and position it there. So whenever it shows, it's going to show here, it's going to appear right here. So this is where the dog hid the cat's birthday cake. Okay, now the cake is found. So we need to add a sound to show that the cake has been found. So now let's add a sound to this, or we're going to place the sound separately. When I receive cake. When I receive cake, play a sound for me. I'm suggesting birthday song, but we don't want the birthday song. We want it to be like a surprise sound, kind of. Okay, dun or tada, the tada sound. So let's go and look for the tada sound. Let's search for it. Tada. So we are using this sound. When I receive cake, play tada. that means that they have found the cake. So when I receive cake, show at this position, play third down. So after the third down sound, broadcast something. Broadcast found. So let's create a new message and name it found. Okay, broadcast found. So when I go to the backdrop, when I receive found, switch backdrop. When I receive found, switch backdrop to room 2. Listen. Please everyone, we are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Penguin said no. Elephant's turn. Elephant, do you know anything about the missing cake? Elephant said he was playing outside, so he doesn't know. Then it's the dog's turn. Dog was the one barking. Alright, and then the sound and everything. Now it's switched. So let's go back to the cake, because it can't just appear like this. So when it switches, we want it to appear on the table. Okay, so to do that, when I receive found, when I receive found, go to this position. But I want you to change the size first, because it's too big. See, if you're trying to place it on this table now, it's not going to merge well. So let's change the size. Set size to, when I receive found, set size to 50. 50 is not bad. 50%. Listen. Alright, see that it's now small. Place it here. And after placing it here, we'll drag the positioning block, which is the motion block. We'll go to this position, set size to this, and go to this position. Then we are going to make all the sprites appear. Remember, they are all hidden. So when I receive found, when I receive found, when I receive found, appear, that's show. The same thing with the penguin. When I receive found, when I receive found, show. When I receive found, show. Same with the dog. When I receive found, show. Show. All right, let's play and see. Still going well. Still going well. Oh, we didn't change this. Is when I receive found. I didn't change this found. Let's change it also found. Found. The same with the elephant. Found. Not everyone found. Yeah. You see that's how it's playing out. You see? So you can decide to extend the waiting time. The cake is supposed to be bigger while in the freezer. So let's change the size as well. Set size of, set size to 100. You see, that's why it's good that whenever you are creating a project, you keep playing it. When you see a mistake, you try and rectify it before you are done building your project. Okay. You know nothing about the missing cake. Okay. All right. Found. All right, and then we're going to make them. Let's reposition them again. You can just make them stay like this. Elephant should come here. Penguin should go there. Penguin should go there. Elephant should stay right here. And then the dog can stay here. So let's reposition them. So when I receive found, show at this position. Click on the penguin, do the same thing. Add your show block there. Do the same thing to the dog. Add your show block there. Your weight position. Okay. So they will all show at this position, and then something will happen. The backdrop. Let's go to the backdrop. When it switches to this backdrop, we're going to hear the cat is going to say let's party since the cake have been found. So the cat will say let's party. Then the birthday song is going to play. When I receive found, switch backdrop to room 2 and play a birthday song. The birthday song is not here, so we'll go to our sound and choose the birthday song. Type in birthday. It's right here. Can you hear that? Okay, so you go back to your code, change the pop sound to birthday, play this sound, and we want the backdrop to switch costumes, right? So when I receive found, when I receive no when I receive found, go to your loops and get me your repeat, switch costumes, or change color effects. Change color effect. Let's make this 200 times. So if you look like they're like though they're partying, where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, as you all know, but I can't find my cake. I'll call you one by one for interrogation. Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Sorry, cat, I know nothing about your missing cake. Elephant, do you know anything about my missing cake? Sorry, cat, I was playing outside, so I know nothing about the missing cake. Dog, do you know anything about missing cake? It's a prank. I hid it in the freezer. Tada sound. And then he said, let's party. So when it's done singing, it's going to broadcast the message that I'm done. Or switch backdrop. Let's use this. Switch backdrop to the one we drew. What's the name of the backdrop we drew? We didn't give it a name, right? Let's name the backdrop we drew. We're going to name it end, so we can locate it easily from our codes. Okay, switch backdrop to the end. I'm supposed to make another sound. Forget the sound block, play sound. The movie sound. Please go and look for the sound that will be okay for it. All this done. Which sound are we going to add for the final? We've used the surprise, suspense. Or we may decide to use the tada sound again. Alright, let's just use the tada sound again. So at the end of the project, once it switches to the end, it's going to make a sound. Right? Let's see if the tada sound will go well. So now let's play our story from the beginning to the end and see what we've created. Where is everyone? We are right here. Today is my birthday, but I can't find my cake. I'll call everybody one by one for interrogation. Penguin, do you know anything about the missing cake? Sorry, Cat, I know nothing about the missing cake. Elephant, do you know anything about the missing cake? Sorry, Cat, I was playing outside, so I know nothing about the missing cake. Dog, do you know anything about the missing cake? I heard it in the refrigerator. And that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed the story, right? It will interest you to know that you can create more stories using your blocks. This when I receive block and then the brokers block. If you don't use it, you can as well use the weight block. Okay, so these are the two blocks you use in storytelling: your weight block and when I receive and the brokers block. They are quite important because you can use them to make sprites wait for the other sprite to finish talking, and then it knows where it starts from, thereby making your project more interesting and accurate, right? So this is the end of our class. See you in our next class. Bye for now.